everybody, and welcome to My Thoughts Exactly. It's been a great week up here in the country. The summer is off to a beautiful start, and the weather is getting really, really warm. Kirk and I had a fun week this week. This week we got Disney Plus, and the reason we got Disney Plus is because Pixar and Disney came out with this LGBTQ animated short film called Out. It's a 9-minute film, and we wanted to see it really bad and support the film. We heard it was really good. It's about a young man who comes out gay to his parents, and they, of course, accept him and love him, and it's such a heartwarming film, and he's got this little dog and a boyfriend, and we loved it, we loved it, we loved it so much. And we looked around their catalog, the Disney Plus catalog, to see what other films were on Disney Plus, and I discovered, to my happiness, that Pinocchio was on, the original 1940 animated film, and I had never seen it, or if I had seen it, I didn't really remember it. So, and neither did Kirk, so I said, let's check this out. Now, all the news this past week has been really bad, really horrible. CNN, MSNBC, I mean, everything was so negative, and I was immersed in the sea of negativity. So I said, Kirk, let's just watch an animated film and have some fun and some laughs, and we'll watch Pinocchio, and we'll really enjoy it. So, a few words about Pinocchio. Pinocchio, the animated film, is based on an 1883 children's novel called The Adventures of Pinocchio by Carlo Collodi. It is Disney's second animated film, the first being Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which was in 1937. Now, Walt Disney had such a big hit with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs that they wanted to follow it up with another film, so they picked Pinocchio. Walt Disney was very excited about the material, so they started work on it in 1938 for a 1940 release date. Now, the character of Jiminy Cricket was added to the animated feature. Jiminy Cricket does not appear in Carlo Collodi's book, The Adventures of Pinocchio. And when the film was first released in 1940, it was not a big hit because World War II was going on. So there was a lot of films had a very, they weren't able to be released overseas. So there was no overseas market for Pinocchio at the time, which I guess didn't help its popularity. So in 1945, when World War II was technically over, that's when the film started to gain popularity. It's also the only film on Rotten Tomatoes that has a 100% approval rating, or the first animated film to have a 100% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and it won 2 Academy Awards. It won the Academy Award for Best Score and also for Best Song, which I'll let you guess what that was. It was When You Wish Upon a Star. And I think Bing Crosby made that really famous, didn't he? And the other thing I found out was that in 2019 and 2018, there was talk about making a live action film of it, kind of like what they did with Beauty and the Beast recently. And Sam Mendes was even attached to the project, but that doesn't seem to have moved forward. So no word on the status of that. Anyway, I want to talk to you more about Pinocchio and about what I thought about Pinocchio. But first, here's a word from our sponsor.
Hello everybody, this is Rotor Rage. Today's show is brought to you by Crustia's Belgian Waffle Mix and Crustia's Gluten-Free Crumb Cake and Muffin Mix. It's hard to pronounce, but easy to make. And all you need is egg and Earl. And don't forget to grease your waffle maker.
Okay, Pinocchio, lean in. Let me tell you what I thought about it. If I was a 6-year-old watching that movie, I would be scared out of my wits. What happens is, like, they go off on this adventure, like Pinocchio doesn't go to school. He tries to become an actor, which I thought was a real slap to show business. And then, everything goes downhill for him. He gets, kidnapped. He gets locked up. He gets, he gets sold off to this, what's it called? Paradise Island, where all these young boys turn into donkeys. Now, and then he gets the final blow. Awful, awful, scary-looking whale with his, horrible mouth. And I'm like, if I was a 6-year-old watching this, I would have nightmares for a year. Now, Charlemagne Godfrey, the Flaming Gardener, is back with a whole new episode. Take it away, Charlemagne.
Hello, everybody. I'm Charlemagne Godfrey, and on today's episode of The Flaming Gardener, it's all about window boxes. Window boxes this, window boxes that. I'm going to show you how to make the most glorious window box. Hopefully, each and every one of you have a window. But before we get started, I'd love to show you this gorgeous vase full of beautiful French lilacs that came from my friend's garden. I was over at her house the other night for a pizza dinner, and after the pizza dinner and a couple of strong cocktails, she said to me, "Would you like to see my bush?" And I thought for a minute, and I said, "Why not?" And she said, "Come in the back and I'll show my bush to you." And I said, "Sure." So I went to the back and she showed me the most glorious bush. And she said, "Stick your nose in it." And I stuck my nose deep, and she said, "Go deeper into my bush." And I did, and it was gorgeous. Then I said, "Oh, it's getting late. I should go home." And she said to me, "Would you like to take a little bit of my bush home?" And I said, "I would adore it." And she cut these beautiful flowers and gave them to me. Now, we're going to go over and make the most beautiful window box. Let me just put these down. As I said, today's show is all about window boxes. So let's go over here and I'll show you what I'm about to do. As you can see, we have an empty spot here that's crying out for a window box. As glorious as this one is, with the begonia and the impatiens. Now, whether you live in the Upper West Side of Manhattan or here in the country or Timbuktu, each and every one of you should have a window box. So let's get started. My supplies are right over here. These are my supplies for the window box. You have to get yourself a very nice window box. This item is not that much money. Then you get yourself some glorious plants. Isn't that a lovely plant? Here are some more impatiens. And I don't know what this fellow is called. Oh, there's a name. It's a coleus I love. That reminds me, I have to get my rectal exam soon. Anyway, but we're going to have to cut this bag open. And we get the dirt. As you can see, I've got a very good grade of potting mix here. Now, you could take this piece and throw it in your neighbor's backyard if you don't like your neighbor, or you could bring it in and throw it in your recycle bin, and I think that's what I'll do. My neighbors are very nice here. Oh, what's this? Oh. Randy left another one of his shirts. Woo. This one is especially moist. Woo. Very ripe, too. I'll have to return it to him later. I'll just put it in the house. This would be much easier if Randy were here to help me. But unfortunately, he only does the lawn. Oh, oh my. It's been quite a while since I've been down on my knees. Well, it was the other day when I was smelling her bush. But that's another story. Oh, look at this window box. We'll take the coleus since there's only one of these. And we'll put it on full display right in the back. Oh. Whether you live in Bayonne or Hoboken, you should have a window box. Window boxes are good for every place that there's a window. Well, I wouldn't say every place. I don't know if they have them at the county jail, but... And there we go. But they should. Everyone should have looking at flowers out the window. Everyone should have a window box. There's our window box. Here's my right by my friends, lovely lilacs. French lilacs. There we go. Water, water, water. Follow me over here, shall we? And we'll put it back up. Just adjust it when you get it there. So everything is nice and the afternoon sun will come around and warm it all up. And then they'll all be bright colors. Beautiful bright colors. Well, this is Charlemagne Godfrey. That's all for today on the Flaming Gardener. Now, I must take Randy's shirt and get it in the house, and then I'll return it to him later. Goodbye, everybody. See you next time. Keep those bushes burning.
Thank you, Charlemagne. Oh my gosh, Charlemagne Godfrey just came by and gave me this beautiful bouquet of French lilacs. They are magnificent. I'm going to put them right here on this table. I wonder where he got them from. Oh, and they smell fantastic. Oh, I'm going to enjoy those, that's for sure. Well, that's our show for the week. Thanks for watching My Thoughts Exactly. We'll see you again next Saturday. And before we leave, we're going to leave you with a little bird video. Kirk and I had a little bird eating at the bird feeder outside our window this morning, and we have no idea what kind of bird it is. So if you know what kind of bird it is, please leave me a comment in the YouTube comments below or on Facebook, and I'll mention next week that I saw it and give you a shout out. Thanks everybody for watching My Thoughts Exactly. I love you. Bye. Oh, they're gorgeous.